Hello, beautiful souls, divine beings. Welcome in this lovely space with me. Today, I feel inspired to do another collective reading. And in these collective readings, I pick up on all the messages that want to come through and I bring them together in one longer reading. And at times, the messages are related to each other. At times, I'm picking up on different scenarios. So it's up to you, up to the viewer, to tap into your intuition and to feel if the whole reading is for you or not. If you feel that not the whole reading is for you, you can again tap into your intuition, move over the timer, and feel where you need to stop. And then there will be a message or messages for you. So, collective. The first big message that is here is an energy of dancing between two worlds, dancing between extremes, dancing between limitation and freedom, dancing between truth and illusion. So we are dancing, we are in this in between state where we can taste from both sides. We can still taste what we are moving out of, and we can already taste what we are moving into. But it's like we are dancing in between these two. And it really feels like two different worlds that we are dancing in between. So if you experience that, know that it's normal. It's this transition phase. Or it's a way of transitioning. It's not always like that. But for the collective, there is this energy hanging in the collective that we are dancing in between. So if you experience that, know that it's part of the transition that we are undergoing in this moment. There is another message here of being distracted, that it might feel very difficult to stay focused upon something, or if you feel inspired to do something, that unexpected things or just situations in general are interrupting you, and it might feel challenging because you feel inspired to do something, you want to do something, but then something shows up that interrupts you and that asks from you um, to put in extra effort. It might also challenge you um, into drawing back from what you were inspired to do. Although I also feel in here that there is a drive to really do what you are inspired to do. But it's almost like you you are inspired to do something. You feel a drive to do something, and then a situation shows up, an interruption shows up, and it's almost like life is asking you, are you really dedicated to do that, even if you are interrupted? Something like that is in here. And I also feel in here this, it's almost been set up to make you aware of where your passions lie. It's almost like it's been set up to show you what you What are your passions? What do you like to do? Do your inspirations and your passion lie or lies? And what do you experience as being work, being a job, being something that you have to do? What is it that you want to do, that you feel inspired to do, that you feel passionate about to do? And what is it that feels like a job to do? So, if certain interruptions show up for you, there is a message in here of to look at that from the highest possible perspective and to embrace that, because it shows you something. It shows you what you are passionate about and what not. And the things that you are not passionate about, there is also a message in there, if it is possible, to don't do them anymore, that you should, because it's been shown to you for a reason. There are certain tasks that, how to say this? There are certain tasks that still need to be done, that we are not always so passionate about, but the ones that you can leave, there are certain tasks in there that you can also let go of, that you can release, that you can drop. But the main thing in here is these interruptions are set up to show you what you are really passionate about. And this might show up for anyone who is not sure of what are you actually passionate about. What is it that you feel really inspired by? What is it that drives you? So there is something in there. If you feel interrupted by life, by circumstances, look at it from a higher perspective, because there is something in there for you to see. There is a gem in there, or gems in there. This speaks about the same. It's this. There are situations being set up in your life to mirror to you what moves you, What moves you from a soul level? What moves you from this this passion? What is that for you? What moves you? What is your fire? What makes your fire burn? In the sense of projects, in the sense of goals, in the sense of love, in the sense of whatever. What is that wind? Because we have this flame, we have all have this flame inside our drive, and sometimes it can be almost nothing. It never goes out. But sometimes it can be almost out. Sometimes it can be in full fire, in full flame. What is that wind that grows your fire, that grows your drive? What is that? If you know what it is, all good. But there is a message in here, and this is for anyone who asks themselves that question. What is driving me? What am I passionate about? What do I value? What is driving me? That's the main thing I feel in here, that I hear also. What is driving you? And certain interruptions are showing you that. It's like when you are just acting, you are just doing. A lot of the things you do are in a form of automatism. You just do them daily or regularly. And it's by these interruptions that are coming in between. It's like they are being given to you to interrupt this automatic engine that is running. It snaps you out of this automatic habit, and it gives you the opportunity to look at what you are actually doing and to ask yourself, am I really passionate about what I am doing now? And if it's something that you feel that you are not so passionate about, but you come back to, it's something that I need to do, it's something that needs to be done, can you find a way to put more passion in there? Can you find a way to put more drive in there? Can you find a way to put soul in there? Can you find a way to enjoy just for the sake of doing? And if you realize that there are certain things that you are not enjoying to do, you might find a way to get the same results, but with a different approach, with an approach in a way that you are passionate about, that you can put your soul in there, that you can put your creativity in there. So this mainly speaks about doing certain things differently, but also in the first place of these interruptions that are being given to you to pull you out of automatic doing, out of the automatic engine that is running, and to be conscious of what you are actually doing and with what intention you are doing this. And to see the invitation in there to put passion and to put drive into whatever you do. What I also feel in here is that um, when you do this, also why it comes through, it's like there are um, certain wishes that you have that are actually already fulfilled, but you are not seeing it. And also this is coming through because if you become aware, if you get these interruptions, you might also become aware that certain aspects in there are wish fulfillments of yourself. And you didn't see that before because you were in automatic. Your automatic engine was running and you were judging it as being a task to do. But a little change, awareness in the task, and maybe some adaptation into how you do it, from which intention do you do it. And there are gems in there for wish fulfillments for some. And you will be surprised if you find that perspective. I really get this sense in here of it's always been right in front of your nose and you didn't see it. What I also feel in here is that for some you are longing or seeking for a certain connection or certain connections with others. And also in there are certain connections that you already have, but that you judge as being, or you take them for granted. And also there, interruptions might come in to make you aware of the value of these connections. Because also there, the message is when you get interrupted, when you get interrupted in your engine according to certain connections that you take for granted, when you are snapped out of that, you might see characteristics that you truly appreciate, but that you didn't see because you took it for granted. So when you are in interaction with other people and interruptions come up, also be aware of that. In the sense of be aware of the connection that you have with this person and what are the qualities in there that you just take for granted. And these interruptions are really, they are coming through in all ways actually. Whatever you are doing, whenever you see this message, it's a timeless reading. Whatever you do, if you get interrupted, let that be like a bell that is ringing to get out of your automatic engine and to become aware of what is actually happening around you. Because life wants to show you certain things that you are not aware of. And it's trying to get your attention with interrupting you in the moments that you are in automatic engine, in the moments that your automatic engine is running. These interruptions are set up to snap you out of whatever you are doing in that moment, wherever your mind is taking you in that moment. It's snapping you out of the past or the future into the present moment. Because if your mind is somewhere else, if you are running automatic pilot, you are most of the time when you are doing that, your mind is or in the past or in the future. When you are fully present in the present and you are doing something, you are very present with what you are doing in that specific moment. Present meaning aware. There is a very sacred energy here. I feel in here wow, this is it's very sacred. There is something very sacred here. And it's like seeds that have been planted with a very seeds that have been planted in a sacred place, in a sacred way. So literally, but it's not literally. It's just there is certain seeds have been planted very intentionally with a very sacred intention and in a sacred place, meaning conscious of where there was space to plant certain seeds. And again, also that feels very sacred. So this feels like many different situations that you went through in your life where you find the space coming from the right place within yourself, where you find some space to plant certain seeds, to plant certain ideas within other people, within certain situations, within certain circumstances, also within the land, but it's also within the land. Wherever you found the space to plant seeds, sacred seeds, from the right consciousness, this is, um, it's sprouting. It's sprouting, and what is growing there is extremely fertile. It's also, again, extremely sacred and extremely healing. What is growing from that seed, from those seeds, is extremely healing and extremely fertile. And it's beyond what you could ever imagine to grow from this. It's just the intention was so pure, or has been so pure and coming from such an innocent, pure place. And what is now growing out of this, it's beyond your imagination. And there is also an energy in here of all the seeds that you have planted throughout your lifetime, in all these moments that you find that space. It's also like um, they are now sprouting, but in the meantime they have been forming a root system, and they are all connected with each other. This is very sacred, very healing. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. And again, below the surface, this is a completely connected root system. And they are now, or they have been, because they are all connected in this root system, and they have been communicating with each other, all these seeds. They have been communicating with each other, and they are amplifying each other. And again, this is something which is extremely healing, very potent, very sacred. And you're gonna start to see what I'm speaking about here. You're gonna start to see the sprouting of your seeds. But I also feel a lot of unexpectedness in here, because it's not that you were expecting to see this grow or to come to fruition. This is something that will surprise you. And the greatness of it will for sure surprise you. This will come in like a big surprise. And you will be reminded also about all the seeds that you have planted, all these moments that you took, coming from that right place, coming from that pure intention. Wherever you planted, many things you have forgotten about, but you will remember by seeing the immensity and the greatness of this. You're gonna see what was happening under the surface all the time, what was growing under the surface, which is now rising up. It's coming into your vision. Also, seeds that you have planted in your visions, you will start to see them sprout and grow, and you also gonna be very impressed. Very impressed by the greatness of this, by the power of this, by the sacredness of this. Wow, that's a strong energy. This will really come in as a surprise. This is something you don't see coming. And it's a happy one. It's not just happy, it's gonna, how you say that, wipe you off your feet. You say it like that? Wipe you off your feet. You're gonna be very surprised. In a very good way. In a very good way. This might also be brought to you with certain interruptions. These interruptions are running through the reading, and I feel it now again. These interruptions, by interrupting your automatic pilot, your automatic engine, you might become aware of your purpose, what you came here to do. Certain things that you were doubting about that will become very clear to you. So these interruptions are really gifts. It's an energy that is here that is really offering a lot of gifts, a lot of presents. It brings you into the present, bringing you presents, bringing you gifts, bringing you gifts and growth. There is a message in here, an invitation to accept whatever you cannot change. Change what you can, accept what you cannot. And acceptance is a very beautiful state to be in. It's a very receptive state for something else to arrive. And it's a space in between. It can be a space in between of change, certain things you want to change. At first, we have to accept where we are. And acceptance, as it comes through here, the acceptance is a gateway into new dimensions, new worlds, new experiences, into the new. Acceptance is the gateway into the new. Be aware of the animals you cross on your path. Be aware of the animals that are living near to you, that are living with you. Be aware of the animals that show up that you don't see very often. The animals that pull in your attention. The animals that interrupt you when you are doing something. The animals that pull you out of your mind. That interrupt you when you are in a thought process. Be aware of that. There are windfalls coming in for some. There is a big treasure in reminding yourself of your own value, reminding yourself of your own sovereignty. Connect to the frequency, connect to the vibration, connect to the essence of God. There is an emphasis here on the pineal glands. So your third eye activation, visions, fate is here, as within, so without, infinity, infinite fate, unshakable fate. Unlimited fate. Fate that knows no limit. Fate that knows no doubt. And stay aware of all the signs that are being given to you. Blessings are here for you. The signs are reminding you of that, especially in the moments that you forget that you are being blessed and that you are already blessed. Coming back to these interruptions, there are certain wish fulfillments already been fulfilled for you. So whenever you are being interrupted, look at that situation that you are doing in automatic pilot. One more here. Harmony, balance, and cooperation. At all times, hold balance within relationships and within interaction with others. Seek harmony in all aspects of life. Hold yourself or foster in peace and union. So, and self-love is also here, the energy of the Divine Mother, of taking care of yourself, taking care of your divinity in all ways. And coming back to this, the main energy that is here is this energy of being dancing in between worlds, dancing in between these extremes, dancing in between the illusion and the truth in this time of transition. And whatever is interrupting you is offering you a gift. There is a gift in every interruption that you become aware of. So use these interruptions. Use these interruptions to see what life wants to show you, to see what your guides want to show you, what your guidance wants to show you. And these interruptions can come in many forms. Okay, my beautiful collective, this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it was helpful. And I'm sending lots of love, lots of light, lots of peace and blessings for each and every one.